I thought I knew roasted chicken, until this. Hi, I'm Bruno, and today I decided to brine a bird, drown it in piri piri oil, and baste it every 5 minutes until it nearly fell apart. The result? Crisp, fiery skin, meat so juicy you could cry, and an oil you want to keep in your fridge for a lifetime. If you think piri piri is just a sauce from a bottle, let me show you something better. Let's do it. We're starting with something simple, but don't underestimate it. This is the foundation. Brining isn't fancy, it's not photogenic, but it's the reason this chicken will taste like something more than just roasted. Because here's the truth. Marinades are great, but most of them only season the surface. A brine works deeper. It seasons the soul of the bird. We use cool water, a good handful of salt, touch of sugar to round up the edges, and just a splash of vinegar to start breaking things down gently. That vinegar is important. It opens up the meat almost like a welcome mat for all the other flavors that are coming later. Finish with slices of lemon and a couple of bay leaves. You don't need to measure everything perfectly. This isn't chemistry, it's instinct. The water should taste pleasantly salty, like a mild broth. If it tastes right, it is right. Now drop in your chicken. Make sure it's fully submerged, tucked in like it's going to sleep. If you got the time, let it rest overnight in the fridge. That's the ideal timing. But even if it's just a few hours, it will do more than what you think. The transformation will start quietly. You won't see it, but already the texture is changing. The flavor is waking up. We're not just seasoning a chicken, we're laying the groundwork for something that's going to crackle and shine. Now that the inside has been taken care of, it's time to build the fire that brings this thing to life. Because now we build the piri piri oil. Start with good olive oil, not the cheapest bottle, something with a bit of soul. Pour a generous glug into your pan, enough that it moves slowly when you tilt it. Then comes in the garlic, crushed. You want it to infuse, not disappear. Next, the chilies. Use whatever chili you prefer. Traditionally, it's made with dried chilies, but use whatever you got. What matters is heat with personality, not just fire, but some flavor. Drop in a bay leaf or two, maybe a pinch of smoked paprika you're feeling bold. Then bring the heat, gently. That's the trick. We're not frying, we're poaching. Teasing out every scent and story from these ingredients. Too hot and the garlic will brown and you'll lose that sweetness. After a few minutes, your whole kitchen should smell like the backyard grill at midnight. Spicy, smoky and alive. That's when you know you've hit it. We're about to add something unexpected that changes everything. Just enough to deepen the whole thing. It's my little twist on this classic. A small pour of white soy sauce. Yes, white soy sauce. Now turn off the heat and let it steep. Let the oil sit with everything inside, marrying, deepening, turning into liquid gold. This isn't just a base, it's the soul of the dish. And suddenly, this isn't just an infused oil, it's a potion. And seal it with a tight-fitting lid. After the lid is closed, leave it alone for at least 48 hours before using. Ideally, store it somewhere cool and dark, out of the fridge for a full 14 days. Give it time. But today, we're giving you all of it to the chicken. This is where we get hands-on. Spatchcocking the chicken isn't just a technique, it's a transformation. You're turning a round, bulky bird into something that cooks evenly, crisps beautifully, and soaks up flavor like a dream. Grab your kitchen scissors, take a deep breath, and cut along both sides of the backbone, from tail to neck. You'll hear a few cracks. Don't worry, that's just the sound of things opening up. Remove the backbone, save it for stock if you like, then flip the chicken over. Press down hard on the breastbone until it flattens with a satisfying pop. Now you got surface area, and surface area means more crispy skin. Lay your chicken flat on a tray and get the piri piri oil. And don't drizzle, pour. Use your hands, not a brush. This isn't a painting, it's a massage. Rub the oil everywhere, under the skin, over the thighs, around the wings, into the joints, every little nook. This is where flavor becomes part of the flesh. Don't be delicate, be thorough. The oil should stain your fingers and leave them glossy with spice. The scent should hit you, garlic, smoke, heat. Once the bird's covered, give it a minute to breathe. Let that oil settle into the skin. Slide it into a hot oven, skin side up. Lay it flat on a tray so every inch can feel the heat. Don't cover it, don't crowd it, let the hot air dance around it. Bake for 1 hour at 160 degrees Celsius or 320 Fahrenheit. But here's where we do something different, something most people skip. Every 5 minutes we baste, religiously, lovingly, without fail. Spoon that warm, fiery piri piri oil over the top again and again. Why? This is how you get skin that blisters and bronzes and almost shatters under your knife, because flavor loves repetition. And the more oil you layer, the deeper it gets drawn into the meat. Every time you open that oven door, the smell will hit you harder. Garlic, smoke, chili, it builds and builds until your chicken feels like a Lisbon grill house. And if the basting feels fussy, think of it like therapy. Every 5 minutes, a brush, a swirl, and a moment of joy. You're not just cooking, we're creating anticipation. About halfway through, flip the bird once, let the underside catch some color for 10-20 minutes. Then return it, skin side up for the final act. Now it's all patience. Let it roast until the skin is lacquered and the juices run clear. Don't worry, good things, deeply good things, take a little time. And this one is worth waiting for. Here's where I pause, not just to catch our breath, but to remind you that what we're really doing here. This is the kind of dish you'll make again, for birthdays, for heartbreaks, for the kind of Sundays that call for something warm, fiery, and unforgettable. It's chicken, yes, but it's also confidence, it's care, it's culture on a tray. And now we finish it properly, with the final kiss of flame. Once the bird is roasted through and the skin is already glowing, take it out of the oven. Turn on the broiler, high heat, close range. This is where we turn flavor up to 11. Lay the bird back under that intense heat. Brush on more piri oil, don't hold back. Every minute or two, pull it out, baste again, rotate if needed, and slide it back under. What you're looking for is char, not burn. Little blackened bubbles, caramelized edges, deep red skin turning almost mahogany. 5 to 10 minutes is all it takes. Stay close, watch it like a hawk. Because in those final moments, the skin tightens, the oil sizzles, the smell becomes something that gets into your clothes. When you pull it from the broiler, it's not just done, it's transformed. Now that the skin is crackling and bronzed and the meat is nearly pulling away from the bone, it's time to take the bird out. But hold that knife, don't carve in just yet. This is where patience pays off. Let the chicken rest, at least 10, maybe 15 minutes. Let the juices settle back into the meat where they belong. And after that time, we finally carve. You'll feel how tender it is under the knife. Crispy skin crackling, juices running, it's a moment. Serve it on a big platter with lemon wedges, char bread, maybe some roasted peppers if you like. Drizzle with that warm piri oil and listen for silence. That's people eating. This is bold food, but it's also generous. It will feed you twice, once now, and once when you remember it. You thought it was just roast chicken, but now you got a killer oil in your fridge, a new technique in your hands, and maybe a new favorite way to cook. This is the kind of dish that earns its place in your rotation. Not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. And chicken can be one of the most versatile ingredients there is. And to prove that, check this video out, where I make a chicken terrine using Portuguese ingredients to change its soul. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you there. Bye!